Hi guys, and welcome back to the Retro Room. What we have here is, well, most of the Compaq Deskpro 2000 from, right around 19, 1990, late 1990s anyway. I want to say 1997, 98, somewhere in there. Let's take a look at what's on the inside here. Now I have the screws already taken out of the back, which are back here, you can see there. Just slide it back. That is one dusty pan. It's an 80mm job, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Get him back in place. We will certainly clean him or replace him if this machine works. Several cards in here. I'm not sure what they all are. There's a lot of Compaq branded stuff. Got some memory back in here. Processor right here. Alright, these cards are tightened down with a T15 Torx screw. So, looks like that, dude. There's some spare screws right up front there for, if they're needed. There's another one. First, here on top is the video card. It's kind of feels a little dusty. Doesn't look too bad though. It's a Matrox MGA. It says 64-bit graphics. Made for Compaq, assembled in the USA. Not seeing any model numbers and such. Has proprietary connector there. That probably has an official name. And VGA. We'll just put that back where he belongs. The next one down is the sound card. It's also a Compaq card. Pretty simple card. Running an ESS audio drive 1868F chip. ES 1868 audio feature board, it says right there. It has a Compaq spare number. Pretty standard and for the day and inexpensive card. This next card was put in after the manufacturer because it has a standard Phillips screw in it, and come out of there. This probably would be easier without those other cards, but just a pretty standard D-Link 10100 network card with a boot ROM socket on it. We will stuff him back in there. Maybe. Yeah. There's a floppy drive, there's a hard drive underneath it. There's an optical drive up here. Not much to this. I don't know, you guys can't see that, but let's turn this around. first this way you can see the RAM under there. It's a big old heat sink on here. That says socket 8 on it. So this is a Pentium Pro. We'll take a look at that in a second. Right inside here, this is an AT motherboard. Would expect something like this to be ATX. PC speaker, the switch, definitely an AT switch. This is a CD-ROM drive. I'm not sure if that floppy works. But let's plug everything in. We'll see if the machine boots. I mean, I'm not seeing anything exploded in there, but that doesn't mean a thing. See if we can't get into the BIOS, figure out what this machine is. I need to free this from the adapter. For one of my more recent videos. Okay. My whole workbench is kind of a mess. But that's okay. Alright, we're all plugged in. Let's see if we get anything in video. Heard the hard drive spin up and seek. We got a beep. I was trying F10 and F2 and delete, trying to get into the BIOS settings. I'm not entirely familiar with this Deskpro series. System options not set. Time and date not set. That means a dead CMOS battery. Non-system disk or disk error. Strike any key when ready. It's trying to boot from floppy. Well, I think there's something on this floppy. We can test that floppy drive. He's loud, but he's working. It's a Mitsubishi floppy drive. Model MF355F-9 or no, -349OUC. Manufactured October 1996. Replaced with Compaq spare 3-mode floppy. Okay. Is that a 2.88 meg disk too? That would be so neat. I don't know if it is, but we'll do some research and we'll see if it is. Floppy works though. Invalid. I don't have F-disk on there. I'm going to have to find out how to get into the BIOS settings on this dude. He sure likes to beep. He's booting from floppy again. Okay, well, one thing that I would like to do with this machine is test some Pentium Pro processors. First, let's turn this guy off, at least to see if they'll post a machine. We'll turn him around. It's got a little bit of weight to it. That way we can get at the heat sink and all right here. Let's plug these in. Get powering the fan. Get these out of the way. There we go. All right, in my box here are 4 Pentium Pro. They are all the same. There are 200 megahertz, 256K cache. You see 3 there. There's 1 more in this bag. We will test these, make sure they boot up. I salvaged those from a scalper who intended them to go toward gold reclamation, which I don't entirely agree with. The processor in here is 200 megahertz, 256K, which this is the one that was inside that machine. You can see right here on top. He's dusty. We're going to take that processor, put him aside because he's known good. I expect all the rest of these to be good too. Here's number 1. I had to straighten the pins on these, so we're going to see if it just lands right in, which it needed some finagling, but went in with only the littlest amount of trouble. Heat sink is on. It's retention clip. And this heat sink solution seems awfully small by today's standards. Okay. This is number 1. Let's see what happens. Where is that? There's the switch. It posted. You guys aren't seeing that yet because my image capture is slow, but there it goes. I'm going to let it boot completely off of this floppy anyway. I don't know why it's not picking up its hard drive. It recognized the processor change though. Well, let's go F1, save changes. We'll see if it boots off the it's soft rebooted. Time and date not set. It has a dead battery. Battery's right here. Well, you guys can't see it. It's right underneath these cards. He's soldered on the board too. I don't know what he is, but we'll figure out something. It booted. That's pretty neat. Hey, it recognizes the C drive. What's on there? Just DOS? Really? Just DOS. That's neat. Let's see what a boot from the hard drive on this processor that we know works. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. If that's the only option you're giving me. Starting MS-DOS. Sorry about the noise. I'm digging in this bag to get these other chips out of here. It mounted the CD-ROM drive. There's another chip. Another big old processor. Off there. There's another. And another. Oh, what DOS version is this? Probably 6.22. Yep, 6.22. Well, that's neat. Let's turn him off. Keep our floppy handy. Heat sink is warm, but not hot. Let's see if we can get a post out of these other Pentium Pros. Come on out there. Yeah. That's awesome. We'll put him to the side here with, ooh, that chip is a little toasty. I'm going to try number 2. Just very gently finagling them into the socket. Seeing if any of these are holding me up. They look fairly straight, but maybe not completely. Just finagling a few pins back into place. If it won't go in, I'll just try a different processor, but that one needs a little more care. We'll try this one here. There's a discolored spot in the middle there. Hope that doesn't mean anything. A little bit of tough love on that one. Got him down there. Okay, let's try this one. Well, powered on, and we have video. Of course, you guys aren't seeing that either. Compaq Deskpro 2000, looks like 96 megs of RAM on it. Of course, options aren't set. Default value loaded. Let's save changes. Let's see if it boots off that hard drive again. Or if he's just going to beep at me again. Oh, come on. Boot. Looks like it's booting just fine. Yep. I want to call that one good too. Don't want to dawdle with each one of them. I just want to make sure they work. See if I save them from scrappers. Seems like I saved this one. It's also a little bit snug in that socket because those pins aren't perfect. But that chip works. Let's go for number 3. Okay. All right, he's in the socket. And I really hope I didn't bend and flatten one of those pins. I realize I'm getting a little more careless with each one as we get more and more success. Get on there. Okay, let's try this one. Well, it didn't short anything. We got video. You guys got video. He's going to beep at us. There it goes, beeping at me. He's dusty. All of these caps right here. They don't look bulged or anything. Who made you? It's going to ask me if I want to boot. And I told it I wanted to boot. So it's going to boot. Assembled in Singapore. It has 6 RAM sticks in there. I can change the bus speed. There's an external battery connector on here. Okay, he booted. That's 3 of my 4 salvage chips that have booted this machine. It also means I have 4 good Pentium Pro 200s. But he's stuck in that socket. Guess that's kind of what I get for having not exactly straight pins. But none of them are folded down flat. And they are straighter than they were when I started. Alright, let's try this other one that I was having trouble with. See if we can't wiggle them in there. I hope I didn't flatten a pin on that one too. But let's see what he does. We'll just make this whole video on testing Pentium Pro processors. If I have 5 good ones, if this processor ends up being good, I'm just going to leave it in the machine. We got video. Came up with the Matrox splash screen, and then the 98304 kilobyte OK memory. That makes all of them. All of them are good processors. All of these. These are the other ones that I tested. And of course the original one that was in this machine. Yes, yes. We'll set that aside. for it to boot. Wait for it to boot. Yeah, beep at me. That's what I was going to say. We know this works. We know the machine works. We know that all 5 Pentium Pro processors, 4 of them that were intended to be used for gold reclamation, just to break them all apart and dissolve them and get the gold out of them, which sounds almost horrendous to me. But he works. This last one booted. It's just going to stay in this machine right here. I think this video has gone on long enough. Thank you for joining me in testing those processors, and I hope to see you next time.